up, hotheads? I'm Henry, and this is Blaze the Roof. This week, we're reviewing a sauce named Arizona Gunslinger Cherry Chipotle Habanero. The company itself is Arizona Gunslinger. They've actually been around for a while. Bill Marco started the company in 1985. Essentially, he went away on a business trip. He had some peppers that he was growing in his backyard. When he came back, they had already ripened to be red, and he just got curious about making hot sauces. So he just kind of like stumbled on it accidentally. And the reason the name Arizona Gunslinger, Arizona Gunslinger came about was because of in the Wild West, a lot of the biggest gunslingers passed through that region. So the city it's actually out of is Mesa, Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix. So I want to talk about Phoenix. Phoenix is the capital of Arizona, and it is the 6th largest city in the United States. It is in the Sonoran Desert. That is the only place where the saguaro cactus can be found, right? The Sonoran Desert's pretty big, so we're talking about reaches into Mexico. But you know, it's the cactus that always looks like it's being held up, right? It is believed that Phoenix was named by Daryl Dupa, funny last name, but anyway, when he saw the ruins of the Hohokam civilization, and he said that another great civilization will rise from the ashes of that one. So they called it the Phoenix. And more than 200 golf courses are found in Phoenix itself. Great use of public land, right? All right, so famous people from Phoenix include one Stevie Nicks, the legendary songstress from Fleetwood Mac and her own solo album, or solo career, shall I say. Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, rest in peace. Not my favorite band, but very unfortunate what happened to him. The lovely and incomparable Linda Carter is also from Phoenix. Believe it or not, I actually like her for her smile. Yeah, she had other attributes back in the day, but you know what? You can't really beat a good smile, right? Conservative windbag Meghan McCain, formerly of The View, who's basically rode her father's coattails and corpse into a career for some reason, because she has no other credentials. Anyway, also Darren Woodson, former safety of my beloved Dallas Cowboys, was also from here. So now let's take a look at the packaging. So these guys have opted for a little bit more of a fun type of font, right? The Gunslinger, kind of more in block letters, capitalized. There's a ton of cherries on here, and I do believe it's supposed to be made where the cherries are actually the bullets being shot from the guns. If you notice, the guns also have chili peppers on the handles. What else? Oh, there's a saguaro right there. And what else can we see? And it is a small batch, right? So these are small batch, smaller companies. Small batch usually is synonymously good, right? On here, it says, right, Arizona Gunslinger, the heat you can eat. Our cherry chipotle habanero sauce fuses the sweet tart flavor of cherries, adds the smoky spice of chipotle peppers, then kicks the heat level way up by adding in habanero peppers to create a whirlwind of sweet, spicy, and tangy flavors you'll remember. This decadent mixture of fruit and fire will add zest to ribs, pork, vegetables, and whatever else you think needs a kick of heat. It also makes a great dipping sauce. Using only the finest ingredients, we make sure that our new recipe lifts this hot sauce hot to a whole new level of wonderfulness. Please enjoy. Alright, and so the ingredients include ripened habanero peppers, red ripened jalapeno peppers, that is an important distinction, vinegar, chipotle peppers, which are smoked jalapenos, salt, cherry extract, and stevia. That's a little weird. I don't like stevia. That already kind of... that gives me a little bit of pause. I hate stevia. It has a weird chemical aftertaste. Ugh. So the ingredient I want to focus on today is actually cherries. So Roman soldiers used to have cherries in their rations, and of course as they went marching, they would throw out the seeds, and well, wild trees would grow. So there's an old saying that to find the old Roman roads, just follow the wild cherry trees. The George Washington cherry tree story that he chopped down as a kid is complete bullshit. Yeah, this country's lied to us quite a bit, people. So Turkey is actually the world's leading producer of cherries, right? Ironically, they're only 14th in actual turkey production. The world record for spitting a cherry pit is 93 feet. Also, the pit contains a chemical called amygdalin, which the human body will convert into cyanide. If you swallow a cherry pit, you're fine. It's if it's bruised or crushed. So, if you crush it into a fine powder and slip it into someone's drink, which you should not do, by the way. My lawyer's advice not to not to encourage people to do that, right? But you can actually poison someone with that. But again, don't do that. That's not good. You shouldn't poison people. Before we get any further, let's hear from this week's sponsor.
Ever had the hankering for seafood and westerns? Well, we here at A Fistful of Scallops, we got you covered, partner. Our decor is directly inspired by the Sergio Leone films that made Clint Eastwood a star. We sell our seafood by the fistful as well. So have a showdown with our shrimp, lasso some lobster. Trout is just 2 hoots and a holler away. A Fistful of Scallops is the first restaurant of its kind, but it won't be the last. Coming soon, our sister restaurants, For a Few Scallops More, and The Good, the Crab, and the Ugly.
Now for the moment of truth. So this did have a stopper spout that were removed. So no, I hate that. Oh, this is a weird fucking smell. Oh, like it smells like how cherries, I guess you're supposed to think how they smell. So I mean, I guess it's pretty heavy in the cherry extract. I wish I smelled something else. I don't smell much of the peppers. I don't smell the chipotle. Not even vinegar. I can only smell that cherry extract. So let's see what this is going to be like. Alright, it is a somewhat viscous sauce. I'm not saying it's quite like ketchup, but it's a rather thick sauce. That might be promising. As you can tell, it's a pretty deep red, almost burgundy, and definitely a maroon with like hints of orange in it. But obviously, you have 2 red peppers involved in this and a cherry extract. All right, I'm gonna be looking for tangy, sweet, and smoky. Let's see if this works. All right, here we go. I can still taste the stevia at the tail end. That's the only thing that throws me on this. I do. Oh yeah, it's got a heavy stevia aftertaste. If it weren't for that, I would probably throw this on some ribs. Oh, I would actually probably smoke some ribs and then throw this on there, or just oven bake some ribs. But man, that aftertaste, it just tastes so much like stevia. Yeah, I don't like it. Had just a touch of smokiness, was tart, a little bit of sweet, and then the stevia kicked it. I could still taste it. So, I've been thinking about ways to add something to the show, and maybe I could do some like a stock, like buy, hold, or sell. This would be sell. I wouldn't buy this. It's not oh man, that aftertaste. If you like stevia, by all means, but man, that taste is too much for me. To be honest with you, the burn isn't even that bad either. I think I was just so overwhelmed with the stevia that I didn't even pay attention to the burn. There wasn't much of a burn, so it is pretty much a lightweight sauce. Oh, this sauce had promise. I just didn't notice it had stevia. I wouldn't have bought it if that was the case. Yeah, I want to try some of their other sauces. I keep hearing that they're very good. I guess the stevia was to add sweetness to it. I think I should have kept it tart and would have been a good smoky tart sauce. The sweetness kind of, especially chemical sweetness, I just hate it. I can't stand that taste. So, all right. So next week I'm going to do another sauce from Alaska. Again, this is another one where I forgot I had bought a sauce from Alaska already. But this is a unique sauce because it's from a region called Talkeetna. So it's a Talkeetna sauce. It's actually a regional sauce called Athabascan sauce. So it should be interesting. We'll see what that's like. So until then, I'm Henry, and remember, spice up your life. Take care.